So, hi, my name is Christina DeGrave. Most of you have not heard of me. My four sons went to this school. They did fantastic. Almost all four of my kids had 30 ACT scores and above. They were all participants of the education decathlon. They did fantastic. During my time at Watertown with my children, I started to see changes within the school. And I wasn't happy with them. As a mother, when you send your children to school, you are expecting your children to learn what their education for math, for science, their academics are supposed to be. I had one teacher that gave homework assignments that I got my hands on because I talked with my children. The one piece of paper that was the most that sticks out was called Joe the Republican. Joe the Republican was a homework assignment where it described Republicans. If a person was in a wheelchair, what would the Republican Party do? The Republicans would tell them to go get a job, find a way to take care of yourself. But the Democrat side, what would it be? We would get you a wheelchair. We would help you. They were putting this into our children 12 years ago. Politics does not belong in a school. It does not. That comes from the family. Now, as my daughter started going through the school, one day she comes home and says, Mom, Dad, I don't know if I'm going to be a girl. And I said, what? She was in 3rd grade. And I looked at her and I said, you were born a girl. You can't decide. She goes, no, that's something we decide. In 6th grade, not by one teacher, 2 teachers asked her what her pronoun was. There are more parents like me that have made a very difficult decision to pull their children out of this school. I did. When my daughter was in 8th grade, I pulled her from every friend she had growing up. I pulled her away from a very secure group of friends because I felt it wasn't right what was going on. I put her at Lakeside Lutheran. My daughter went from almost wearing goth, depressed, feeling more depressed is a good word, but just bullied at school. My daughter is a straight A student. Tonight she is at soccer. My daughter dresses like a lady, is proud to be a lady. Her education, they focus so much on the curriculum. She learned more about slavery than I did when I was in school. She's educating me. There's no stopping what she can learn because she's getting the curriculum they're supposed to be getting. That is teaching the academics. That is what is growing her little brain. That's what's making her now want to be a teacher. We have to find a solution what's going on in the school where there are some teachers that are stepping out of their bounds. If I was a liberal and I was sitting here and they were teaching my conservative Christian views to your children, I would have the right to be upset because it should not be taught in that school. On either side, just out of the schools. That is a parental right. And I am here because I feel those parental rights are being taken away. And I'm hoping to make a difference. And I want to work with the community to try and figure out where these problems were and let people be aware of what was going on in the school.
Thank you, Christina.
Thanks.